Hello everybody, welcome back, I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks, where today I am going to be showcasing a replay. As I said, if I don't have time to do kind of like quote-unquote live gameplay, I'm just going to be showcasing some of mine or some of other people's replays if I just don't have time. And today I am showcasing the KV2R, the premium version of the tank, but it's still absolutely identical to the standard version. I recently bought this myself because I like playing the KV2 and I might as well just be earning the extra credits that come with, of course, being a premium tank, the credits and, you know, crew training and all of that good stuff. So I bought it. It plays identically to the KV2, but of course it earns more money, which is always nice. So yes, today we are watching Dre, I think, play in the KV2R, and already at the start he is getting maybe not annoyed, but or maybe slightly annoyed at the fact that his teammates don't want to support the western part of the map, and it's basically just left out open. No one's going over there. There's even some sort of heavy tank in the southeastern part of the map, but nevertheless, Dre, as I'm going to be calling him, I think that's how you pronounce his name, is in the centre of the map, setting up an ambush shot with, I'm pretty sure these are the the premium AP rounds on this tank, with 136mm of penetration. And since I got intuition on my KV2 crew, I've actually been having fun trying out the AP rounds, because they can do a lot of damage, especially now since the high explosive changes like a year or two back. In certain situations against heavily armoured tanks, for instance this, instead of doing maybe 400, you can take them out in one shot. That was quite a nice roll. I'm not really sure if that was an ammo rack explosion. I don't think it was, but yes, the 700 rolled for 800 and took out the KV1SA with one shot. So let's see, Dre, can you carry your team, which maybe aren't the best, as we can see around here, not really positioning themselves well. Finally, the Basotto and the Hellcat are pushing forwards to join the T67 and the Stug 3G. Oh, that was a good shot. It wanted to miss, it went right, but Dre did hit that KV2, and 1,600 damage with those two shells. You'd be lucky to get maybe 1,000 with those two hits. Maybe the second shell on the KV2 would have maybe penetrated if he didn't hit the tracks. But let's say it hit the tracks, that would have been 1,000 damage at most if you shot high explosive rounds. And once again, up past the upper plate on the KV 222, penetrating once again, and you just wouldn't be able to do this kind of damage with high explosive rounds. And this is what I've realised recently with intuition, that even if you aren't going to penetrate, you should sometimes give it a go against, you know, tier 6s, tier 7s, where you could reliably 50-50 penetrate, maybe, you know, 25% 75% of the time penetrate them. You should go for it, because you are going to do more damage per minute than if you were just firing high explosive rounds, because they just don't do that much damage anymore as they used to. And the AP rounds are just so much better in certain situations. I have a loadout, I'm not really sure how many shells there is, but I've got probably about 75% high explosive shells and 25% the premium AP shells, because in my thought, if you are going to be firing the AP shells, you might as well just spend the extra credits, get the extra penetration, and just actually do the damage instead of just bouncing the regular AP rounds with 110 penetration. Can Dre hit? Oh, the AEC, that was fairly close. So it was a high explosive shell as well, which definitely would have taken out that wheeled medium British tank. Okay, but kind of game situation at this point, how's it going? 3 kills up, 2,000 damage up, it's looking well. as Drayder takes out the T-34-85 with the high explosive shells. That is a good shell to use to secure kills, because even if it doesn't do all of the damage, it still absolutely destroys the modules of the tanks, sets them on fire, maybe sometimes ammo racks them. So Drayder for now is absolutely using the correct ammo for the correct situation here, and I'm actually fairly surprised I even penetrated the front of the KV-222, because I'm pretty sure that is the tank with the KV-3 hull and like the KV-1 turret, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. So that does have some armor on that, and as you can see, still penetrating. And Drayder throughout this round is absolutely being haunted by the left on the enemy team, but luckily no shells have hit so far. The only damage taken was from the Achilles in the centre of the map, but I think the Achilles forgot about the KV-2 over here and just give it a moment to aim, and then the shot in for 720. So that's what, 4 kills, but two one-shot kills from full HP to 0 in one shot. Drayder is definitely helping his team out, because you know, let's look at the situation if there was an extra four enemies on the enemy team still, and an extra 3,500 damage. Well, the centre of the map would probably be lost by Drayder's team at this point, because the remaining allies that are over here are fairly low on hit points. And as you can see, even the Hellcat over here, oh, that was a cheeky shot, but it had to be done. Taking out the Hellcat over there. Oh, but now the Wolverine is still over there. There's a large amount of tanks over there. Drayder, get back into cover, because that Wolverine is firing APCR rounds, and even with your good, fairly okay hull and quite terrible turret, you might take a lot of damage. Oh, and it just went a little bit too far right and down, I'm pretty sure. I think it hit the tracks of the Wolverine. Luckily the Hellcat takes him out, but Drayder took about 200 to 300 damage worth of unnecessary shots in that engagement over there. But you know, hindsight is a wonderful thing. Takes a shot at the Hellcat, because he isn't going to be needing a shell at the moment, and it could have maybe gone in and taken out the Hellcat and done some damage to him. So that is a shot that could have just gone and thrown away, because it missed. He doesn't need a shell right now, but it could have hit and taken out the Hellcat and damaged him. So that is a good way to spend a shot of high explosive, I guess, in this game. So it's a 4v4. The KV-2R over here, the Wolverine on fairly low hit points, as you can see. The Hellcat and Gorilla at the back, 4 hit points, but you know, the Gorillas aren't going to really do that much against Basotto, Hellcat and AEC, because they're all either fast moving or fairly well armoured tanks. Like the Basotto, I'm pretty sure it's fairly okay, I'm pretty sure. What is Drayder going to do in this situation? He's got a full hit point Basotto that hasn't been spotted yet, so it's pretty much 100% sure that he is on 4 hit points. The Hellcat that we saw was on 4 hit points, and the AEC, which last was at about 400 to 200 damage of hit points of damage. So what is Drayder going to do? He's waiting, letting the Hellcat get into position, maybe see if he can spot the AEC towards that part of the map, going to try and flank around, but there's nothing there. But you know, you can't wait too long. This is an encounter, so you either do have to kill the enemy team or try and take all of them out. Oh, there's the AEC behind the Hellcat. Drayder turning as fast as he can, but of course the slow turret traverse on this tank doesn't help him out in the situation. The Hellcat actually got shot twice over there by the AEC. I'm pretty sure the Hellcat, probably not the Basotto, as he's behind Drayder, and I'm pretty sure that Basotto has 300 alpha damage, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure about these fairly new, well, maybe not fairly new, but newish tanks. I haven't really checked them out, but I'm pretty sure, oh, that was close, from both shots, from the Basotto and from Drayder. You don't want to be taking 300 points of damage at this moment, because, you know, what that leaves you with is Oh, that's not really what you wanted. That means you're probably a one-shot if that Basotto has the 300 alpha damage. I think he does, but I'm not sure. But if he does, then he's basically a one-shot now. And even before, you don't want to be chancing that 50-50, nearly 50-50. But okay, going around, is the Basotto going to be expecting the Draenei to be coming around this corner? But he has to go around so slowly to aim the shell in. Oh, is it going to go in? No, it's not. It goes into the wreck of the Achilles over there, I'm pretty sure. Luckily, the Hellcat takes out the AEC, which is good. But okay, now, Basotto. One shot for the Basotto, Draenei. One shot for the Basotto. Two shot for the Hellcat. Could maybe have rolled that high, I'm not really sure. But it's definitely a certain two shot for him. For the Leffe, you know, it could be from a 2-shot to a 10-shot, depending on where he hits him. But still, Draenei needs to avoid getting hit by that Leffe, which I'm pretty sure is somewhere ahead of us in this sort of part of the map. That's where the shells have been coming from, maybe from this kind of little valley creek over here on the Ghost Town map. Draenei go around the corner. There's the Leffe. Okay, never mind. I wasn't expecting him to be there. But of course, the Leffe having good view range. Oh, is that going to hit? No, it's not. Okay, good. Takes out the Leffe. Now he has to turn his back towards... turn his front towards the back, I guess. No, towards the centre of the map, because someone might be trying to take his back. Trying to flank him. The Hellcat, we haven't seen him since. I'm pretty sure that time that Draenei tried shooting him, but he escaped. So where could he be? There's the Basotto over there. Oh, he just went around the corner as Draenei went around the corner as well. And there's the Hellcat up there. Draenei tells them where to go, but he actually fires by mistake. He must have tried hitting the mouse button to maybe press send or something. I'm not really sure, but that leaves him with about a 5-second reload with the Basotto coming around the corner. Luckily, the Basotto didn't hear or see the shell being fired by Draenei, because that could have been game over for Draenei at that moment in time. But he's still in it to win it. As you can see over here by the bottom, he actually has intuition as well, which is a really useful skill on this tank. There's the Basotto. The Hellcat and Wolverine need to move. They can't just sit there. They're just sitting in the corner over there. I guess they are low on hit points, but you know, together they could maybe storm the Hellcat. Draenei isn't going to do it alone. He's slow and, you know, terrible camo and everything. View range, it's not the best. Draenei is getting annoyed, saying, "You two help me," and that's what they need to do. Even if they didn't want to go around, for the Hellcat, they could go into town and surround the Basotto from 3 sides. The Basotto would have been dead by now. They could go and cap all 3 together. That would be what, like a minute or so for all of them to cap. It would force the Hellcat to go towards them, but instead Draenei is here playing catchy with the Basotto, and the Hellcat does what the Hellcat and the Wolverine should have done on Draenei's team. Go into the town, help him, because Draenei was focused on the Basotto. The Hellcat came in. Okay, so as I was saying before I pressed the wrong buttons and closed the replay, the Wolverine and the Hellcat on Draenei's team should have helped in, gone into town like the enemy Hellcat, surrounded the Basotto straight away. They would have had 3 minutes spare probably to sit in the cap circle. Okay, I'm not really sure what happens towards the end of the replay because it's broken. It just crashes towards the end. But yes, the Wolverine, the Hellcat should have helped him, taken out the Basotto, capped, would have won with the pressure on the Hellcat on the enemy team, having to force him into coming into them. The Gorilla could have supported, but in the end, the Hellcat on the enemy team took out the Hellcat, the Wolverine, and the Gorilla on Draenei's team, making it a defeat. But what a defeat, with an ace tank, a high caliber, a top gun, over 5,600 damage with 6 kills, 1,300 nearly base experience on the win, and still making a bunch of credits in the KV2R. The Wolverine, the Hellcat on Draenei's team should have helped. They would have won the game. Maybe, it definitely would have been Definitely would have had a way higher chance if they did that. But they didn't. They lost. Drained, as you can see. Love the Cave 2. I hate lower tier play. And I can kind of agree with it, but sometimes it's at every single tier that you get those sort of players that just want to camp. But for now, that is Gope. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.